Cha Eun-woo, member of EXCLOSED group. He faced a series of accusations that sparked a backlash from fans and his agency, Fantajo. The allegations first emerged after the lyrics of a tribute song titled Memory of the Moon to the late Moonbin, who died 2 years ago. Some netizens accused Cha Eun-woo of using Moonbin's fame for personal gain. In response, fans sent LED trucks to Fantajo's offices in Gangnam, Seoul, with messages demanding agencies to protect their artists from such accusations. The second Tuffahan is related to the late actress Kim Se-ron. Garo Zero Institute accuses Cha Eun-woo of not being present at Kim Se-ron's funeral home and spreading rumors that his manager leaked scandalous photos of Kim Se-ron to the media. But Lee Jin-ho, a YouTuber, denied the allegations with evidence showing that the claims were untrue. In response to these attacks, Fantajo issued an official statement on April 25, 2025 stating that they would take legal action without tolerance against the spreaders of slander and malicious comments on social media and online communities. Not a few consider the accusations against Cha Eun-woo as part of the sensational maneuvers that are often carried out by Garo Zero's YouTube channel. Although no concrete evidence has yet been published, the impact is already being felt. EXCLOSED fans, especially Aroha, were furious and called for a boycott of the channel for allegedly spreading false information and defaming the idol. Some netizens said that Cha Eun-woo is becoming an easy target because of his status as one of the most popular idols and actors in South Korea today. In the midst of a career that culminates in drama and big advertising contracts, this kind of pressure can have a big impact on reputation. Meanwhile, Kim Se-ron has yet to give an official statement regarding claims that he was abandoned by Cha Eun-woo when he faced a driving under the influence scandal in 2022. This silence provoked even more speculation. Is there really a personal conflict behind the scenes, or is this just the result of media framing? Some entertainment industry observers suggested that the public should not jump to conclusions before there is official clarification from both sides. Moonbin's name is back in the spotlight as this issue arises. The late Moonbin was known to have a close relationship with both Cha Eun-woo and Kim Se-ron. The tragedy of his departure last year still leaves deep grief among fans and friends. Cha Eun-woo himself once revealed that he felt like a failure as a friend because he didn't realize the burden Moonbin had carried during his life. He even wrote the lyrics to the song Where Am I as a form of emotional outlet. Fantajo, Cha Eun-woo's agency, has issued a brief statement saying it is monitoring the situation and considering legal action against the spread of false rumors. On the other hand, the public urged that all parties, including the media, can be more careful in disseminating information, considering that the impact on the artist's mental health is enormous. Many hoped Cha Eun-woo would stay strong and not falter amid this storm of rumors. This controversy is a reminder of how vulnerable the lives of celebrities are under the public spotlight. In the midst of a world that is fast spreading the word, true or not, empathy, sensitivity, and caution are needed so as not to hurt those who are actually struggling with personal trauma or grief. A few days after the issue surfaced, a source from the Korean entertainment industry revealed that Cha Eun-woo and Kim Se-ron had a private conversation shortly after the actress' DUI scandal broke. According to the source, the conversation was cold and short. Kim Se-ron is said to have apologized for the public burden that may have been inflicted on Eun-woo, but the actor's reply was very careful and seemed to keep his distance. He just said, "I hope you can fix everything with time. But we can't talk like we used to," the source said. The sentence reflects the maturity as well as the emotional boundary that begins to form between two friends who were once close. Thousands of fans flooded the comments section of Cha Eun-woo's old posts with words of encouragement and support. Many argue that this kind of unproven accusation is a form of digital violence that cannot be allowed to continue. Some of the international fanbase even launched an email campaign to ask YouTube to review the existence of the Garo Zero channel, which is considered to often spread unfounded rumors. Unlike usual, Cha Eun-woo finally decides to talk. In a brief behind-the-scenes interview of the music show, he said, "I know what people are talking about. There are a lot of things I don't control, but I am also human. I lost friends, I'm not perfect, and I'm learning. I can't hide anymore, but I also won't let the wrong voices define who I am." Those words left many people speechless. He doesn't blame anyone. He only showed the wound that he was slowly trying to heal. Meanwhile, Kim Se-ron began to be active again on social media, posting quotes about silence as a form of courage. However, many netizens asked for clarification from him, especially because the rumors that circulated had dragged the name of Moonbin's old friend and family. Some industry insiders urged him to speak out before public opinion grew louder. However, his silence creates tension. Does he agree to the accusations secretly, or does he simply not want to water the already burning fire? The issue is still evolving. But one thing is for sure, behind the glittering world of Korean entertainment, there are many personal stories that not everyone can see. Loss, conflict, and pressure can paralyze anyone, even celebrities as strong and calm as Cha Eun-woo in an exclusive interview with the South Korean entertainment media channel. Kim Sae-ron finally spoke openly about the dark times after the DUI scandal that shook him. However, one part of his statement became the subject of heated discussion in cyberspace. After everything happened, I tried to contact some friends, including someone I trusted a lot, but I felt like I was just thrown out. Despite not naming names directly, the public and media immediately speculated that Cha Eun-woo was in question. Moreover, when asked by the interviewer if the friend he was referring to as an idol, Kim only replied with a small smile and an ambiguous sentence, "I think he's hurt too. But back then I needed someone too." This statement provoked a storm. Astro fans and Korean netizens began to divide opinions in two camps. Sae-ron's camp of supporters felt that he was only being honest about being disappointed in a close friend who moved away during a difficult time. Eun-woo's supporters see Kim Sae-ron as irresponsible for allowing wild speculation to develop, as if blaming Cha Eun-woo for his loneliness, even though the situation is full of complexity. Hashtags like #ProtectChaEun-woo and #Kim Sae-ron apologize started trending on Korean and international social media. Cha Eun-woo's agency Fantajo has finally released a quiet but firm official statement. Cha Eun-woo will not respond to unfounded personal speculation. Currently, he is focused on projects and emotional recovery after a very personal loss. We call on all parties to stop spreading prejudicial narratives based on assumptions. Despite not speaking directly to the media, Eun-woo had time to write in the official fan cafe community. In this life, sometimes what we need is not clarification, but calm. Time will put everything in the right place. The sentence, although brief, is perceived as a form of implied disappointment that someone who was once close to him actually ignited a new wound that has not yet healed. After seeing the effect of her statement, Kim Sae-ron finally made an upload on Instagram story. "I have no intention of cornering anyone. I'm just speaking from personal pain. If that makes someone hurt again, I'm sorry." However, some netizens consider this apology not strong enough, as he still did not clearly exempt Eun-woo from public speculation. For Cha Eun-woo, this episode becomes another test after Moonbin's departure. When he begins to learn to stand again, the shadow of the past and a fractured relationship again pull him into the abyss of public doubt. But one thing is clear, he chose not to play in the assumption game. He chose silence not because he was weak, but because he understood that not all wounds need a voice. Sometimes it takes time and determination. Although more than a year has passed since Moonbin's departure, for Cha Eun-woo, it feels like yesterday. There are small moments in his daily life that still feel haunted by his best friend's memories. When singing, he sometimes turned his head to the right side, where Moonbin used to stand. When practicing choreography, he sometimes forgets that their formation has changed. Moonbin is not just a group mate. It is a mirror where Eun-woo reflects without a mask. In a world that worships perfection, Moonbin is one of the few people who knows his vulnerable side. In a special interview with Elle Korea magazine, Cha Eun-woo finally opened up more about the grief she's been harboring. "I still hear his voice sometimes. When I was alone. When I'm tired. Sometimes it's just one sentence you can woo." Moonbin used to say it was when we just debuted. "Funny thing is, it's still the sound that keeps me going the most."